Said to say something, so something. There, I said something. Thought now's as good as ever to start this off. Could be wrong, we'll see. I'm in an odd mood. Not a bad mood, just an odd mood. Hopefully that will dissolve as we move forward. So with this, we've got, as mentioned, Crossing the Berezina, Davout, our Commander Focus series. This is our second installment. And as well, I didn't promise, but as mentioned in the intro video, I said I would be doing something unconventional in respect to how the game is played. So that basically means we won't be seeing cards this time. And, now that I think of it, I may even do, because I've got no shortage of these house rule systems. Maybe we can do a different system for each installment. We'll see. Some of these that I like to use won't necessarily work for everything. In fact, there's one system that I really like. I just can't work it in fairly for how things are going to go with this particular scenario. So let's roll forward. We've got the fireplace in the background as usual, and it never stops snowing here in New Orleans, as you can see. So let's just hop to it. Now with the number of dice, I've adhered to the cards that would be used for either side. So again, that's 2, 4, 6, 8 cards in this case dice for the Ruskies, and 2, 4, 6 dice for the French. The number of dice is subject to change for the Russians based on conditions. And 7 victory banners is what we want. Anyway, I went over all the stuff in the last video. Hopefully you guys are interested in this, saw that, because I really don't care to go through that yet again. Who goes first? The Russians. So that gives them the automatic out the gate advantage. And as I always said, chess is a perfect game. The only flaw is white always gets to move first. So whoever is white always has just a 0.0001 percentile advantage there, having moved first. All right, here we go. The other thing I thought I would mention is, now in the past when I've done this, I've rolled for a section and then rolled for another section. I think what I'm going to do in order to prevent any kind of I don't know if you'd call it cheating. It's not cheating, but unfair advantage, I guess. We should pre-assign dice to each section. So again, left, center, right, and I think I will start doing that this go around. So let's do. We may as well just. I'm going to put 6 dice in the center, 1 on the left, and 1 on the right. That'll be our assigned dice, so we can't change things as they move along. We are set in our orders that are sent, and here we go. 5s and 6s are what we want. That's awful. Arguments can be made that the 5 and 6 requirement is a little too harsh, that it should be 4s, 5s, or 6s, but things balance out over time. So we have 1 unit here that can act for the Russians. That 1 unit will consist of this cavalry here. Then we'll roll for the Russian left. We get nothing. And we'll roll for the Russian right. Got nothing. So that was completely horrid. Russian turn will consist of 1 unit. This light cavalry unit, or I'm sorry, Cossacks rather, advancing towards the last French depleted line unit on the bridge, and we'll force them to form square. No, they cannot form square on the bridge. That is not happening. So yes, it's just going to be straight melee attack. No forming square on the bridge. And for the Cossacks, they're not too tough. More of a mosquito type influent nuisance. So that'll be the Cossack Cavalry. 2 dice. Yeah, just 2 dice. So we'll roll that up. See what happens. This could be bad. They're going to want 1s, 2s, 5s, or 6s. We got 2 flags. Now, flags are retreats and 6s are flags. So the funny thing is, they're trying to retreat as it is. So it'd be really mean if you really wanted to make them retreat. You make them retreat into Russian territory, but we won't do that. They can retreat, actually. It just helps them, is all it does, these retreats. They can't ignore any of them. Did I say Berezina? Did I say Ber? I'll have to change the title. I think I said Berezina. This is supposed to be Krasnoi. Again, my mind's got things on it, and I'm trying to dissolve those things through play. So 2 flags, we need to retreat, and where are we going to go? We're going to go here, and that's the best we can do. Here being right here. A little scoochy. And then we'll have to lose 1 unit for the other flag, which... I'll shut your pie hole. The cat's doing that weird thing it does when she's ignored and not being paid attention to. So they'll turn from a 2 to a 1. This is Krasnoi. I think I wrote Berezino. I've already said that. This is Krasnoi. I'll fix that. So yeah, and then they will take ground, of course. Cossacks. So that's a victory banner right there for taking the bridge, no? I'll verify that. I think it is for the Russians for taking the bridge, which is essentially what they've done. So that could be our first victory banner. Looking at... The bridge is a temporary victory banner worth 1 banner for the Russian player at the start of his turn. There you go. There's your first victory banner. That didn't take long. So, there's that. So after 8 potential activations and only getting 1, they end up with a victory banner. Good to go there. All right, French. After all that long Russian intro. As mentioned, French 6 dice. Let's see what we can do with that. Send my love to... There we go. 1. That's a 1. A 2. 3. I tried to make this where you guys can actually see the dice here instead of just hearing them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5s or 6s are what we always want. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll take... So, I didn't pre-assign. Well, I was... Oh. This guy will move off. That's how this is going to work, right? This guy will move off. And I think that's a victory banner. We'll check all this. So he's gone. And then everybody moves. Well, some will move up. So he'll move up. That's 2. He'll move up for 3. Sorry for the table. Why do I have an extra? Why do I have an extra this? Oh, I understand. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Where does he go? He's actually 1, 2, 3 here? Really? So then he'll move. That's not right. He's going to move here, and he's going to like that. Whether he likes it or not, he's going to like it. 2. That should be it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Okay, and then we'll check for a victory banner for the French for, let's see. I've got to exit 2 before I get 1 victory banner, and then it's 1 for each successive unit exited after that. And the Russian player already has lost 1 die for the French unit that exited. So they're down to 7 now. Let me double check. Yep. So there's that. I feel this might be a quick French victory here. So where they had 8 dice, they should be down to 7 now. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I got 7. Pre-assigned Russian dice. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 3 on the Russian left. Go ahead and roll those up. We got nothing, for God's sakes. And then 4 on the center. We got 1. So again, they only get 1 activation. I mean, well, thinking. I can continue with the Cossacks and probably knock out this unit that's down to 1. But if I keep activating them and ignoring everybody else, again, they fall further back as they move up. So probably assured victory banner or think long term. I'm going to go short term. Let's attack, again, the unit they just attacked. So that 2 dice, 1s, 2s, 5s, or 6s. They got it. They're gone. Cossacks doing their thing. There's a unit eliminated, not exited. Eliminated. It's a difference. Do they choose to take ground? No. Actually, they might have formed square, might they not? In fact, you know what? Let's be fair. They didn't form square last time because they were on bridge. Cannot form square in a bridge. Let's be fair about this. They would have formed square. I got a little excited there. Everything's okay. It happens. It happens. So that'll be infantry battling first. And they get a hit. That's awesome. All right. So Cossacks now down to 1 strength. Oh, that's where that went. Okay. I was confused about the extra counter here, and it went this way. All right, so Cossacks are down to 1. They weren't bounced, though, so they can battle back with 1 die. I need one of these. Because they're in square, I lose an active die because of that. We'll put that there. I don't know what the cat just did. Probably not good. And let's see what the Cossacks can do. Maybe they can get that 1 again. We'll see. No, they didn't get it. But again, we had to be fair here. They would have actually formed square. And so now it is... I can't believe they only get 1 activation each turn. All right, back to the French. It's crazy. 1, 2, 3. Who are now down to 5 dice. But Davout says 5 dice is all he needs. Boom. They're all going down the middle. So that's 2 activations down the middle. We will exit our next unit with 1 move. That is now a victory banner for the French. And we'll exit. No, we won't exit anybody. We'll move these guys up actually here. I feel like this is going quickly. And for a victory banner for the French. Sorry about the bump in the camera there. I do the best I can do. And we'll take this, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was another exited unit, right? So, based on that, that's another lost die for the Russians, right? So now they're down to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 dice. And then there were 6 dice. Let's see what we get with 6 dice. Oh, they got a whole whopping 2 activations this time. What are they going to do with that? So used to getting only 1. We'll throw this guy against that 1 strength line unit, and then we've got to move somebody up. And we should, for insurance purposes, move these guys up. This should be light infantry. So if they don't do the job, these guys will be able to fire and do the job. So we've got an insurance policy there. Let's see what happens. We'll continue with, and for God's sakes, I bumped the camera again. Let's go with the unit in square versus the Cossacks right here first. Can you even see what I'm talking about? There we go. Oh, wow, Al. Just you and me, Al, for now. It happens. We can entertain ourselves, right? We're glad to have you. So the infantry first. They got nothing. And then cavalry. They got it. These guys are gone. And what does that mean? Now there's that. Bear with me here. Russians gained 1 victory banner for every 2 of Davout's line units eliminated. That was only 1. Not good enough. Well, I get a die back for the French because they're no longer in squares. They're demolished. I'll take it. And these guys will move upwards and onwards to here. The Cossacks have they're doing all this on their own here, I think. That's what's happening. And then these guys... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. These guys will move bridgewards, light infantry, as their move. They were going to fire, but that's not an option anymore. So they move. Now it's back to the French. French back to their allotted 6 dice. Let's see what kind of rolls we can get with 6 dice. Have you always been in Cuba, Al? Did I know this and forgot it, or what happened here? Are you visiting Cuba? Let's see. We got 1 activation for the love of Pete. Guess what we're going to do with that? We're going to move this guy up right to the edge, hoping to exit the next turn. Russians again. Let's put 3 dice on the Russian right and get 3 activations. What? Are you seeing what I'm seeing right there? 3 activations. So Cossacks again, of course. Line unit. And I've got artillery doing nothing, but I mean, I'd rather bring this guy up, to be honest with you. And then 3 on the center. Am I audible? I'm assuming I am. This has happened before where nobody's heard anything I've said. I'll type, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Another activation. Look at that. Who'd have thunk it? The Russians just steamrolling. That's a whopping 3 activations. And we'll use. I don't think I'm going to catch. This is probably a dumb strategy because they're not going to catch anybody. One there. They're done. Move here. Do I have anything to. Yeah, I can fire. Moving fire. Let's take care of that actually before I forget. It'll be moving fire there. And if I move here, I can do melee, right? But again, there's a strategic order in which to do this, and we will attack with the Cossacks first, causing that unit to form line. That's how you work things, right? Form line. Lose a die. I'm sorry. Square. The square will fire first against the Cossacks and get the flag. Oh, they bounced them off. Cossacks can do nothing about that either. Pretty cool stuff. They'll bounce onto the bridge away from the square. Good on the French for that. I didn't expect that move. Bounce the cavalry off. But we still have these two to worry about. Let's conduct melee. Let's conduct melee here. Russians will roll first. That is light infantry, yes. Light infantry, full strength. 3 blocks is 3 dice. So 3 dice. I'm alright. Boom. What's that? 2 hits. Boom, gone. They're only 2 strength. So they're gone. And that means another victory banner for the Russians. And I can take ground. What do you know about that? Every time I go in a square, it turns into a disaster. Get another die back for the French. Take that. Move and take ground. Done there. Victory banner. Did I give? No, I did not give them a victory. Russians now have 2 victory banners. One for the bridge, one for knocking out 2 of Davout's units. Yep, 2. And let's resolve fire for this guy. I don't even know what the point of this is, but we're going to do it. Moving ranged fire for light infantry. 3 stands is still 3 dice. Okay. Fair enough. 3 dice it is. Oh, firing uphill. 2 dice. And we got a flag which can be ignored. And that which is nothing. So not a darn tootin' thing happening there. Back to the French. Back to the thinking. We're going to do these 2. Let's roll for them. Got nothing. Well, that's that. See, that's why we assign dice. So you can just keep doing it. Then let's go for the, you see what I've done here? I've kind of changed things up a bit. Go for the 2 old guard there. Got 1. I'll take it. And then unit here and old guard here. Both activated. Fantastic. What do we want to do with these activations? Well, for this, we'll fire here. Let's do that first. Standing ranged fire. Old guard. It's only going to be 5 dice. How cool is that? 3, 4, 5. Ones, twos, sixes. We got 2 hits. That is a 3 strength unit, is it not? So that makes them 1 strength. One strength unit. Elfine. We verify that they started out as 3 stands. Yes, they did. No pre-battle mother rush roll as mentioned. These guys will conduct melee against that unit, hoping to knock it out and finish it off. Those guys are light infantry. French light infantry and melee will roll how many dice? Class? 4 dice. Looking for what? 1s, 2s, 5s, or 6s. We got a hit. They're gone. Is that a victory banner for the French? Why wouldn't it be? Let's check. Check our special rules. That's just a normal victory banner, yeah. So that's now 2 for the Russians, 2 for the French. These guys are bye-bye. Russians go bye-bye. Gone. That leaves these guys who we're going to do. I think they can old guard, moving, can move. I don't know why this is. Yeah, it's still just 1. Young guard can move further. Isn't that funny? Old guard can't move as far as the young guard. That's hilarious. Let's put them right here. Create a choke point, hopefully, at some point. All right, that's the French turn. Russians. Do we want to mess with these Cossacks? Well, they're the only ones that can catch up now to that unit, so yes, we do. Here's our roll. We didn't get it. Let's roll for that unit over here. Got it. They're good. And then line behind the Cossacks. Got it. What else? Let's do that line unit there. No. Line unit behind the activated line unit. Yes. And the line unit next to that line unit. No. All right. There's our activations. Let's fire with these guys here. Should be 3 dice. We're going to want 1s, 2s, or 6s. Nope, 2 dice uphill. 1s, 2s, or 6s. No, nothing. 3 and a 4 on that guy. These 2 should not be able to shoot, but they'll move. No shoot, just scoot. Right here. And Grenadiers pulling up the rear right here. An interesting thing is this battle isn't quite hinging on this Davout units as I thought it would. I mean, it is a little, but not like I thought it would. Let's go back to the French. Speaking of 6 dice. 1, 2. We got 1. Cool. There he goes. And that's another victory banner for the French. It took 2 to get 1, and now that we got our 2, it only takes 1. So there's another French unit exited. That was 2 dice used. Victory banner for the French. Got it. 4 dice left. Old guard here. There's a 6. Activate him and move him, and can fire him. Moving ranged fire, yes. Then We'll try and activate that light infantry on the hill. We got nothing there. Old guard behind them. We got them. And artillery on the hill. Nope. They're too busy napping. Let's go with these guys first. See if Old Guard can knock out the Cossack unit and get another quick victory banner. What do you say? Moving ranged fire for the Old Guard. Full strength. 3 dice. 3 dice it is, but we're going to want 3s. Only 3s or 6s are going to work for us. No 3s, no 6s. Complete waste of everyone's time. The artillery I didn't get, I guess, huh? So what? Let's move him, Davout, him here. Can we remember that that's where he's at? Move the Old Guard here. Nothing in range to fire at. And that's the French turn. So now 3 victory banners for the French, 2 for the Russians. Back to the Russians. There's only one of Davout's units left that needs to skedaddle. It looks like 2 have been eliminated and 3 have exited. Does that sound right? Let's activate the Cossacks, shall we not? The line unit behind them. Got that. Line unit behind the line unit. No. Activation die there. Light infantry on the river. Nothing. And line unit behind. Did I already roll for them? I'm rolling for them again. Didn't get it anyway. Okay. So all right. These guys here. That'll be the move. They can fire moving ranged fire if they choose, and they do. Got the light infantry on the hill. They'll lose a die for that, so that'll be moving range fire, Russian light infantry. 3 strength is 3 dice, drops to 2 for the hill. 1s, 2s, or 6s, please. We got a 2, which is a hit, drops them from a 4 to a 3. And that's that. That was the Russian turn. What's left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 3 units exited, so the Russians should be down to 5 dice, yes? Just noticed that. Okay, 5 dice it is. Russians now have less activation dice than the French. Let's go with the French then, 6 dice. We have 1 unit left. Let's go back to the way I should be doing this. I kind of switched it up mid-play and was assigning a die to a particular unit. Seems a little harsh, so let's go back to the way I usually play and just assign dice to a section. So let's do, I'm putting all of them in the center. I need activations. So I'm gonna make sure, yeah, okay, here we go. We got 3 activations for the center. So that'll be 1, 2, 3. Let's go with that. And activation here will allow them to move up when they're 2 hexes away from moving off. We'll move the Old Guard. Now they're within. There you go. There's our choke point. Boom. A little late, but still there. They can do moving ranged fire at the Cossacks and hopefully knock them out. And then these guys will fire at the Cossacks as well. What do you say? It's a shooting gallery at the Cossacks. Old Guard moving ranged fire. I don't remember what that was. Full strength, 3 dice. go 3 dice. What do we got? We got a hit. There it is. Cossack's gone. Finished off. Victory banner for the French. Now 3 away for the French. These guys are done. Now here's another thing. They said the temporary victory banner for the bridge, if the first turn the Russians control it. Well, they're not controlling it, but neither are the French. So I need to move further. I'll probably push an old guard unit up and take the bridge and get a victory banner, which will, or not get a take one away from the Russians is what I mean to say. Let's fire with these guys and be done with the French. That's 3 dice. 1s, 2s, 6s. We got a hit. So they'll drop from a 3 to a 2. And that's done. Now it is the Russians' turn. It's only 36 minutes in. Let's see. All right. 5 Russian dice. Let's do 3 on the right. 5s or 6s, got nothing. 2 on the left, or center, I should say. Got 1. So the activations for the Russians are just completely horrid. I'll put them right here. The mouth of the bridge. Grenadiers heading down the way. The Russians could really do themselves a favor and get some more activations, I'll say that. And then back to the French. You know what I'm doing. Right down the gut. Look at all those activated. Oh, God. 4 of them. Move them up. 1 hex away from exiting. That's 1 down. 3 more. Ouch. Let's do 1, 2. Let's fire again with him. I got a good feeling about that. Old guard can only move 1, unfortunately, so we'll put them right here. And then these guys here. Which is kind of a, you know what? Let's put them here. And they can still fire, so again. Should be 3 dice on old guard, moving range, fire, full strength it is. 1s, 2s. Or 6s, we got 1 hit there on that. So now those guys are 3. They're already 3. They're 2 now. That's the Grenadiers. Yeah, Grenadiers just took a hit down to 2. Grenadiers 3 or 4. What's their starting strength? Russian Grenadiers. They are 4, no matter what. Okay. So they're down to 3, not 4. Down to 3. And then French have double the victory banners the Russians do, so something needs to happen here for too long or the Russians are going to lose again. 3 dice for that firing light infantry unit. Yes. No, I would be wrong. Down to 3 strength. Oh, light infantry, standing range fire. 3 strength, really? Okay, it's 4 dice. What do we get with 4 dice? We got a flag, cannot be ignored, and a hit. That's it. Flag and a hit. So they'll go from a 2 to a 1 and retreat. French turn complete. And then back to the Russians. Their stinky 5 dice. Let's roll for those 3 units right by the bridge. We got 1 activation. Let's go with the Grenadiers. And then these 2 in the center here. 1 activation. We'll go with this guy here. Looks like Russians are going to solidify their control of the bridge here. So that's that. That can do melee, huh? That'll be fun. With 3 dice. And then these guys we're going to move and do moving range fire across the stream. That's what we'll do. That's the way you do it. Your money for nothing. Your dice for free. There we go. All right, melee. What was that? 3 strength. 3 strength. Let's go. Russian Grenadiers versus French Old Guard. Russians first. Oh, they got 1 hit. And they'll go from Old Guard. Yep, they'll drop from a 4 to a 3. And battle back. What are you going to get? Let's see what their Old Guard and melee. 3 strength is actually 5 dice. Yeah, these guys are mean bastards. Look at that. 3 hits on ye old Grenadiers. No, that's 3 flags. 2 hits. 2 hits and 3 flags. Puts them down to 1 and 2 flags. They'll move back 1 here. So just moved onto the bridge and then pushed right off. And nope, they can't gain ground because they're battling back. So the Russians still hold that bridge control victory banner. These guys were going to fire half strength, right? For moving fire. Let's add that up right here. Line unit 3, moving range fire is probably going to be what? 2? 1, 2. Line infantry, moving range fire. 3 strength is 2 dice. Let's roll 2 dice and get we got nothing there. The Russians tried to melee and got pushed so far. The Old Guard just showed them who's what. Stinky Russians. All right, then the French again. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 activations attempts here. We get 1, 2 activations. Put 1 there and 1 here. That leaves 1 activation I'll use on the right or center. There we go. Pull these guys off. Another die lost for the Russians. Move these guys up. Done there. Pull those guys off. I get another victory banner. That's the last of Davout's units. 4 of them escaped. 2 of them got lit up. Pretty good odds. I mean, it's a good ratio, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. French now 2 victory banners away. And with this move here, really puts the dagger in the Russians because they have definitely now officially lost control of that bridge. So they lose a victory banner for that. They only have 1 victory banner at this point. And these guys can conduct melee, right? Yes. 3 strength and melee. This is the old guard. 3 strength. There's still 5 whopping dice, man. What did we get? We got 3 hits on this. Whoa. Boom. 5s are sabers and sabers are hits in melee, so 1s or 2s are infantry hits, so that's 3 hits. He's gone. It's another victory banner for the French, too. You can choose to take ground. I choose not to. French now have 6 victory banners. This is probably going to be the shortest game yet. Unless the Russians have a trick up their sleeve. I don't see it happening. Russian turn with 4 dice. Sad state of affairs. Let's roll for the line unit. Just in front of the Grenadiers. And, activation there. Grenadiers versus Old Guard potentially. And then let's roll for the artillery. On their left. Got nothing there. The infantry unit, line unit in front of the artillery. See, now I'm back to what I'm not supposed to be doing. And light infantry on the stream. Got nothing there. So it's just that. I'm not moving up and doing melee because they can battle back. That's a little trick you learn playing this system. So if you just fire, they can't battle back. So that'll be... Oh, good Lord, really? 1 die, they're down to 1 strength. Waste. All right, let's see what they can do with 1 die. They can cause a retreat, but because those are Old Guard, guess what? They will ignore that retreat. Now it's back to the French. Looking for 1 more victory banner. I think we can do it. Let's put 4 in the center. There's 2 activations, one of which will be you guessed it. And then let's do 2 on the left. 1 activation, we'll put that here. It's really in our best interest as the Old Guard to conduct melee. So let's do so. We'll do it from here. Because I think it's going to be 5 dice, right? Even though they'll be able to battle back, they won't be able to battle back if we knock the crap out of them. Wasn't that 5 dice? Old Guard, 3 stands of Old Guard. Yep, 5 dice. So this could end it, y'all, right here. Where's another die? Why am I missing dice? Give me this. 1s, 2s, 5s. Are you kidding me? No 1s, no 2s. Yeah, there's a 5. 5 is a hit, as mentioned before. 5s are sabers. Sabers are hits. And melee. 1 strength, no strength. And that should be... That should be the 7th victory. It is the 7th victory banner for the French. Screens. You talking about the TV in the background there? That's a giant TV that I wheel close to the table when I'm playing. Thank you. So things to consider with this. I will be the first to admit that the outcome would be completely different were we to play this the way it was meant to be played. Now, maybe it wouldn't have, but I feel like things would have gone differently because I wouldn't have been able to move Davout's units off quite so quickly playing this the way you were supposed to be playing it. But it's still fun. I mean, it's probably the shortest game yet I've played of any of this stuff. Roughly about 45 minutes. So yeah, I mean, and the longer this drags out, the more that benefits the Russians because again, there's a lot. Look at all this stuff over here and all this. Well, a little over there, but especially over here. That didn't even. Everybody focused on the center. So had I to do this over, I would not use the method I just used. If you wish to use it, do so at your own discretion. User beware. Either way, it's a French victory, and that means Davout is still undefeated. So we are keeping up with the history that is true to Davout. What do we do next after we did Krasnoi? And I still need to change that. I think I put Berezina in the title. It is not Berezina. It is Krasnoi, 17th of November, 1812. And I'm not sure what to do next. Maybe we'll switch it up. We've done 2 Russians now, right? 2 French versus Russian scenarios. I'll see what else Davout had his hands in and go from there. It's just a lot of flipping through to determine which scenarios he's in. I won't subject you guys to that now, but may actually also see something different as a kind of to break up what I've been doing here. I was thinking maybe I'll get the 28 mils out again. Those look pretty good on the table. I guess we can continue in the same vein with the 28 mil, but we'll see. Options are good, and we have options. All right, guys, I'm gonna eat. Take it easy, relax, all the above, and talk to you guys soon. Bye. Thanks for watching.